Alright guys, so today we're going to be discussing a really special cube. It's one of my new mains and one of my favorites now. It is actually the Cube4you 3x3 tile cube with the interchangeable tiles. We're not sure what it's going to be called just yet. That might even be the name. But this cube is a new product from Cube4you. It's based off an idea that we discussed on embedding tiles into the cube instead of just sticking them on there like stickers. And it ended up working really, really well. So let's go ahead and discuss the parts and how the tiles get put on. Alright, so for the tile cube, as you can see here, these are just tiles. This cube is in and out of my pocket and out of my bags a lot, so they do kind of get scratched up. But you could actually order some of these type of tiles. They're like the smooth tiles, so you can't see the scratches, and they feel a lot better. But I just wanted to discuss how they work. So basically, as you can see, they're sunken into the actual cube themselves. They only stick out as far as a normal sticker should, if that. Let me see if I can get that shown there. Yep. And then, as you can see, the pieces here, they look like a standard type A, I guess you would say, but they have this little notch cut out, so that's good. So it's not getting all clunked up and caught up in the inside right there. And we've actually rounded these edges off here like this, as you can see by that shine right there. We've made them nice and round, as you can see right there. And it makes the cube really, 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 really fast. So you can see these sides here are also rounded. Let's see if I can, there you go. So basically everything is nice and round, and it just makes everything turn so smoothly. Okay. So, and the other part of the tile cube I wanted to show you guys is actual tiles. These tiles will be interchangeable. We're going to have a ton of stickers coming out. I mean, not stickers, a ton of colors, I should say, of these tiles going to be coming out. And so, stay tuned for the release. It should be out in a couple days, like 2 or 3 days after this video has been posted. So, check this out. So, to get these tiles out, you have to take off the little cap just like you normally would on a normal 3x3 piece, and it comes out just like that, just like a standard Cube4you cap. And then as you can see, these little tabs here on the inside, these are what lock the tiles into the cube. So to take them out, you just basically push on these tabs. See, as you can see, it starts coming out, and then there's a very tab in the back. I'm not sure if you could see that, but there's a tab in the back as well. You just push that out, and then the whole tile will come out, and you can go ahead and just slide like a little X-Acto or a little tool on here, and then it just pops off. Oops. So as you can see, there's 2 slits, and then this is what the tile looks like. Tuna! Okay, so as you can see, these tiles here, these are the 2 tabs. They just kind of lock in. There's not really a set method on how they lock. The tabs are just long enough so that they hold in place. But this is what the tile looks like. This is a yellow tile, and that is how you take it off. As you can see, these cubes have these 2 slits. So if you were to get it, then you just grab your tile and then you just set it on there, and you push it on, and you're set. These tiles are very, very durable plastic, so that means that they won't snap on you, or if anything, they'll just bend. They won't break on you. The tabs won't break, stuff like that. It's really good plastic. The reason that these tiles are really good is the fact that you don't ever have to change the stickers ever again, and it's good for going underwater. And just a bunch of different things. You don't have to worry about your stickers getting all messed up. But that's how you change them. And if you receive a cube untiled, that is how you put them on. And yeah, so we're going to be having a ton of different colors: cyan, magenta, purple, pink, just everything. So definitely look out for these. Alright, now on to the review on how the cube performs. So the tile cube, this is actually one that I broke in myself with lube, and this is one that actually came from the factory. So from the factory, they come extremely fast out of the box. This is without lube. They actually come pre-lubed with, I'm not sure what kind of lube, but it's used on a lot of cubes like F2s and stuff like that. But it comes extremely fast. It comes a little bit tight, so like cutting is a little bit limited, and there's very, very minimal lockups. So Corner cutting is actually very good out of the box. You know, they come adjusted pretty well, so that you can just keep it straight out of the box. So yeah, corner cutting straight out of the factory adjustment is really good. This is a huge improvement from the old Cube4you DIYs and Rubik's DIYs. And I also forgot to mention that every piece, the corners and edges are capped. So that would be the cap for the corner right there, that little slit, the hole, and then the cap for this one would be the same. And that's how you get to the actual tiles. So I just wanted to show you guys that these cubes can cut reverse. They can have reverse cutting, or cut backwards, I guess you would say. You can see that it's misaligned. Say you were in the middle of an algorithm and you needed to go this way, like down. This will actually cut through that. It doesn't cut too far, but I mean, just that little tiny bit of cutting means a lot when you're speed cubing and you're trying to get, you know, past misalignments. It cuts it like butter. So see, even if you go a little bit further, it'll still cut, but you know, it takes a little bit more force. So it'll actually, it's good. It has really good reverse corner cutting. So as you can see, you got line to line all the way. It'll cut through it like butter. It's extremely good for speed cubing. This is actually the one that I adjusted a tiny bit. I think I loosened each screw by like a quarter turn, and then lubed it with CRC heavy duty silicone, and it's a crazy huge. So this cube has really good tolerance. It's extremely good for speed cubing. It has, you know, line to line cutting is really essential when you want to cube, and the fact that it does it without popping is actually a really good feature. These cubes come in black, white, and soon to be glow in the dark. I wanted to show you that they do come with fluorescent stickers. I think you can see that, the really bright orange. That's you can't tell on the camera, but this is a little bit brighter of a green, and has a really bright yellow. You can see it better on the black. So it does come with fluorescent, so that's actually pretty good. It's good for recognizing colors a lot better. So when I first got this cube, I wanted to test it extensively, and I actually tried getting it to lock and catch and everything I could when I, you know, was speed cubing. Like I even started cubing really rough, like I just did right there, and I didn't get one catch. I started, you know, cubing like if I was strong-handed, and I started like cubing really light to see if I would overturn, and this thing just handles everything so perfectly. I gotta say, when I first actually started messing around with that and I couldn't get it to catch and everything, I actually like this better than my A5, where I can easily compare it to the A5, because I actually, you know, I spent time adjusting mine to that little sweet spot and actually lubed it. So the cube is actually really good. So this cube is actually really good. I mean, like if you flick it hard, it stops on a quarter turn, or if you do it really hard, you could go straight from white to yellow. So it definitely has good control. You know, it's really controllable for one hand. It's actually really fast for one handed. It has really good, you know, like it's really easy to push with your pinky forward, I guess you would say. And see, my cube is kind of like offset, and I'm still able to cut through that. So it's actually really good for one handed. I use it for my one hand. So yeah, as you can tell from the white cube, they have these little holes. They have the internals rounded really nicely. It's I don't know, kind of similar to a high-end memory, I guess you would say. It's really good for lubing. You know, just like put one spray of lube there, and then on that side, and then, you know, here and here, and then you just break it in. The cube becomes amazing. This cube actually accepts lube really well. The plastic quality is a very nice casted quality that accepts lube almost instantly. So this cube actually has like a nice little sound to it. It's kind of different than what you normally would hear. It's kind of a mix between the clickiness sound and that really dense sound that the F2 has. So it's actually a pretty quiet cube, and it just flows really well. So as you can see, it does have the red Cube4you core, which is actually really strong. If you've seen the actual hammer test to it, Cube4you took a hammer to it and didn't affect it at all. But yeah, so it's a really strong core. The internals flow really well. There's no ridges or anything like that to prevent friction, so but it's actually not needed. It slides really well without it. Center caps pretty much look just like a standard A, or centerpieces I should say, and so the internals, you can see where the cut is, so that there's no locks. That's basically it. Alright, so now that you've heard about the cube and all its amazingness, basically the wife's just the same. There's not really that much of a difference in how fast or slower, how much faster or slower the cube is. It actually performs just as well. Actually, kind of like the white one a little bit more for some reason, just the colors of it. I think it's just because how the fluorescent glows off the white. But, blacks, I like blacks more as my main, so I still use my black cube as my main, this one here. But I wanted to actually show you guys what that little thing, the case that I took it out of in the beginning of the video. I bet some people are wondering about that still. It's actually right here. So this is what it looks like. Right, it comes in, each one of these faces are its own sheet, so it comes, disassembled, and you have to assemble it. But you see all these little holes in there, those two slits. Do you recognize that from somewhere? Yeah, it's definitely, it's just like the edge pieces in the corner cap tile slots. Basically, what you do is you set your old extra, well, not old, I guess you set your extra tiles on there. See, these are the smooth tiles I was saying that you guys can have. I think I might put them on my black actually because I like the way they feel more than the smooth. But I don't know, I'm kind of used to the smooth. I kind of like the smooth now more because they feel like stickers. But it's a tile holder here, and as you can see from this little hole here, this is actually going to be included with it. And what this does is it holds an LED. So what you could do is this on the inside, like say this is the inside of the face, this piece will go through and it'll twist and lock in. So it sits there on the inside of the cube and it'll look like this. And what you could do is you could set that on a stand like this with the light inside of it, and it's kind of just like a touch cube, I guess you could say, because the cube will be sitting there with all the tiles, but it'll be glowing. And since the tiles are kind of transparent, I guess, so to speak, well, as in if if they're off the cube and you look in the light, you can see through them. It creates a really cool light effect. I would show you, but I don't have the LED on me right now. But that's just something that you guys are going to have to check out yourselves. So definitely check one of these cubes out. They're really, really cool. I mean, you can either use it as a case or a light. As you can see, I had it as a case when I pulled out the cube. And you can set it as a light. It's pretty cool to just have the cube sitting there on your bookshelf or your collection shelf, just glowing. It's actually a really cool feature. And not to mention that, not only is it cool for that, I mean, it does have a purpose. It holds your tiles really nice and neatly, so you can have your backups stored, or you could store your tiles and just take it apart and throw the sheets of tiles into a backpack or something, and in case you need a backup or something. But that's what's cool. But yeah, so that's what's included with the cube. So the tile cube only comes with one set of tiles that will be included with the cube or on the cube. And if you want to get another set of tiles or the different color tiles, you will have to go to Cube4you.com and purchase them separately. But I think they're worth it if you like your own different color scheme. Especially for a cube that can be used in a lot of different places. So that's it. It's the tile cube from Cube4you. Go check it out. Here's the link. Or you can check it out in the description below, and then click it and go check it out. So there's two different tile sets. There's actually one that looks like texture, which feels equivalent to a smooth CubeSmith tile, and then there is the bright set, which is I think the smooth. So you guys have a little preference.